Well, g'day there, traders and friends right around the world. Thank you so much for joining me on this Monday afternoon market recap. The Dow Jones, the S&P, and the Nasdaq had quite a nice little healthy boost today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up close to 230 points. Nice looking candle on the daily chart. I do not want you to get carried away with this one particular daily candlestick. I do believe that there is going to be increased volatility this week. We may see the polar opposite tomorrow. We may see an overall net movement zero on the markets this week. If anything, we may start to see these markets roll over a little bit later in the week. The S&P, again, a very similar type of candlestick, rallying off from the lows established in Friday's trading session. And the Nasdaq today had a nice little healthy gap. I can't really analyze volume at the moment. We did, however, fill this open window, which is very, very important for the market to do. It would not surprise me again to see these markets sort of roll over and just increase the overall volatile nature of the markets at these particular turning points. You can see that we're working in agreement with the minor and also the intermediate wave. Generally what happens is, again, you get up and down movement all over the place, and it doesn't really translate through to good swing trades in our overall market or in our overall top 13 list. That is the case at the moment. Apple today, really flat day, up $1.36. No great swing trades, still very neutral on that particular stock. Amazon is still holding support here, about $370 a share. No great swing trade. This looks potentially even like a little bit of a stair step, which is going to resolve itself to the downside, even potentially a bear flag. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's not looking all that healthy. However, it is still holding support. Baba had a nice little bullish bounce today, a little pop, about $2.14 in the context of things and the lockup expiration occurring on Thursday. Very, very neutral in this particular stock. I'm excited to see which direction it breaks. Baidu today is just running back into support. Here we are at $204 a share. Very, very neutral in this particular trade. I'm sitting tight though, given what the nature of the market is doing. Caterpillar again running back into support. Here we are for the fifth or sixth consecutive day, about $80 a share. It's really struggling to push below the lows created on Friday, and really going back to late January, early February 2015. Just sit tight on Caterpillar. I do think we may be eking out macro support, and we could change the actual direction of Caterpillar. I spoke about that over the weekend in that pro analysis recording. Stick to that underlying analysis because it's really looking quite good at this particular moment in time. FAS pushed up a little bit higher, getting close to that 129.32 sort of swing trade on this ETF, the financial ETF. I can't really elaborate too much further on this particular stock. We're getting close to the major move today, and that came on Netflix. Facebook again pushing below our entry at 78.40 and our first entry at 79.70. I can't really add too much to that particular stock. Google's holding support right here about, 600, 559, 557. Looking healthy, no real trade update. More so moving into the trade setup or letting it form a little bit nicer. GoPro again holding this resistance level at $40.22. Haliburton hit our target, $39.45. Nice long day Morobozu type of candlestick. This is saying, look, there is a bit of buying pressure coming into this particular stock. It's also coinciding quite nicely with this long-term trend, which has been in effect since 2009. Have a look at that. If I project it over to the future, you can see this trend line coming through here. This is exactly the location where we expect a little bit of buying pressure at least to show up in this particular stock. Now, it's not directly on that line yet, but it's very, very close to it. At least it's saying, look, people are at least showing interest in Haliburton at this particular moment in time. Netflix Day was really the talk of the town, down $16.50 from the close on Friday. We closed at $440, and we're closing right now, right on that trigger, about $421.90. If we start to fail below the low on Monday's candlestick, there's a very high chance that we're going to come back down and retest the open of this window right here. Now, we are sitting on the 200 simple moving average. You can see right there, we're sitting on the 200. But this looks, again, like many of the stocks, it looks as if we're setting up to break out of bear flags and stair-step continuations. Have a look at that picture compared to Amazon at the moment. Very, very similar type of pattern. Compare that to Facebook. I mean, look at that. Very, very similar type of pattern. It seems as if Netflix is sort of leading the market at the moment. So pay attention to Netflix. 405.60 is a very good sort of target on that particular stock. Tesla's really sort of rounding out a bottom as well. This looks like it could be one of those really good macro support areas, similar to that of Caterpillar. Pay attention to this stock. It would not surprise me to see this trading up at about $300 a share in maybe 6 to 7 months' time. Big call, but there's a very good chance that if we hold this level, we're going to change the trend. Earnings is going to help. That is a little bit into the distance, but it is going to help, of course, Tesla push higher into the future. That's my initial concerns or outlook for Tesla. And to conclude with, we have Twitter. Twitter. Surprise, surprise, down 23 cents. This is getting removed from our top 13 list as at this weekend, so we only have to pay attention to it for another 4 days. Wouldn't surprise me if you've sort of, stop looking at Twitter altogether. So thank you so much for this Monday afternoon market recap. To summarize, cautious on the upside, still expecting volatility to increase and to see the price at least come back down into this perspective box at least one more time. Just looking for a better indication of price. We can't go off 1 day's candle. It's just simply not enough information. And I think it's going to really sucker in a lot of people to start looking at overly aggressive long trades, which are going to sort of nip them in the butt later in the week. So thank you so much for watching this Monday afternoon market recap. Have a fantastic Monday evening. I'll catch you all again, most likely Tuesday, if not Wednesday, for another market recap. All the best. Goodbye, traders.